So I got my landlord to drop off my stove. It's my little kerosene stove. Need kerosene for it. I don't have any yet, but it goes in this bottle here. Fill it up with kerosene. Plug it into the wall. It starts electronically. And this thing kicks out a lot of heat. So that'll be good. I'll be warm soon. Doesn't mean I'll take off my Team Zissou red hat, but I will be warm soon. Also, I do have these heaters. They do a fair amount, but not all that much. There's a beeping in the background. Rice is done. That means I can make breakfast. Woke up a little late. Still got that cold. Anyways, yeah, I had to move my laundry inside because it's raining outside. And half of it I already took and threw in the dryer. It's mostly dry already, but that'll help. So, raining. Can't go hang gliding. Another day of studying. Figured you'd find this amusing. You know, I was working on characters and vocabulary with some of the teachers at the elementary school, and they said, "Hey, this is what our students are learning." It's interesting to be compared to a third grader for your language level, but you know, that's at the same time a good thing. So as we were joking about it, she said, "Hang on, I have an idea." So she gave me an old copy of Tama and Friends. Tama and Friends is the third graders' kanji learning book. So I've been doing kanji the third graders' way. There's stroke order, you copy it, little examples. It has the reading next to most of the characters so you can figure out what they are. And I keep running into words in here that I don't know, which is funny. You know. But at the same time, I run into a lot of the characters that I do know and the ones that I need for the tests. So I've been practicing them. And I'm doing my third grader's workbook. I think by Friday I'll have finished this whole thing. Seeing if the semester's worth, that's about right for me. And then I plan to drop it off to the teacher who helps me with it and see if I can get her to grade it. I don't know, I just think that'll be funny. But yeah, so learning the traditional way, with the Japanese textbooks and all. Actually, they're really fun. Partly because they're simple, doable, but at the same time still lots of practice for the ones that I need. Okay, rice is done, so I'm going to go make breakfast. Thursday evening. Yes, my house is a bit of a mess. Things are everywhere. Had to do some ironing. Laundry, actually, just the cuffs of those pants were wet. I was doing towels recently. Anyways, I wanted to show you something. Went to the store today, bought heating oil. Basically kerosene. It comes out like a gas pump. They did give me this, well, you can't see it too well, but this white oil bucket. There. That white oil bucket. But it doesn't have a lid. It came with a pump, just no lid. I consider that a little dangerous. So I bought a new one. It's fancy, it's blue, a little more sturdy. It was really fun to get it back. Put that on the back of my bike. So I have oil now, and put oil in my heater. Giving it a little time to dry before I turn it on. In case there's any extra oil in little places. No. Don't want to start a fire. But also, here's the heater. On top, this here is a warning label. And it says, be sure to open the window once or twice an hour because you don't want to suffocate and die. Because it's a fire. It'll use up all your oxygen. I've done a pretty good job of shutting this place up. I put insulation around the door. Don't think I showed you this one yet. This one's cool. And the cabinet here, this is what lets us have good airflow through the kitchen. And that just knocked it out of place. But that piece of tinfoil there, it's actually a cover for the back of the stove usually. Covers underneath, and it's just light enough that when the fan turns on, it still lifts up and still works. Stops all the drafts in my house. Now this means that since I have a heater, I have to make my house drafty again. So rather than just remembering to open a window once or twice an hour, you usually just leave a window cracked or something like that. And you have to remember to shut it when you turn the heater off, so you keep the heat in the house. And you do that when you go to sleep at night. Now, still haven't fixed the one in the bathroom yet. I was going to put a cover on this here. This one. That goes directly outside. You can hear the traffic because of it. Good airflow. Remember to close the bathroom because if not the rest of the house gets cold. Yeah. It's also interesting to be in here taking a shower and listen to people walk by, and you can hear their footsteps, and you can hear them talking. Sometimes you hear them talk about their teacher, if it's students, junior high school students. I've heard them, I've been in the shower, or actually in the bathtub. Heard my students out there talking about how much Japanese I know. Interesting experience. Not meaning to eavesdrop, they're just there. Oh, yeah. So I was going to show you, in the midst of all this mess, this is from work today. Came into work, came into the elementary school, and they said, "Do you like kiwis?" I said, "Yes, I like kiwis." So they gave me 5 kiwis, fresh kiwis. And along the same lines, in the fridge I have a whole bag of cucumbers. Last night at about 8 o'clock at night, one of my teachers from the elementary school called me up to ask if I like cucumbers. I said, yes I do. She said, well, I have relatives, and they have lots of cucumbers. Do you want cucumbers? I said, okay. And she was apparently working late at school. She and one of the other teachers are usually the latest people there. So she stopped by. We were chatting for about 10-15 minutes or so, and she gave me a small bag of cucumbers. That's the really nice part about being around here, the farmers and the food. They keep telling, oh, we have extra ones of these. You need some. I think I told you before, I went to an English club meeting. At the end of the meeting, this old woman who was there was just like, oh yes, you guys all need vegetables, and handed out cucumbers and eggplants. I got a big bag of eggplants and some, I think I got some pears at the time, or some parsnips, something like that. I got fruit and vegetables. It was great. So, okay, that's enough for tonight. Back to studying. I have I'm heading to class tomorrow. It's the elementary school. Directly afterwards, I'm heading to Osaka. Spend the night in Osaka, hanging out at a friend's house. Maybe a little partying. We'll see what goes on. We may go out for the evening. And then Saturday is I'm probably going to go up to Kyoto. Maybe visit an old professor of mine if he's around. I'd like to have lunch with him. I sent him an email. See if that works out. And most important thing, spending Saturday night in Osaka so that Sunday morning I can go take the Japanese proficiency exam. So, yeah, after I make dinner and do all the normal housework stuff. Well, I'm not going to do all of it. I'm going to do some of it. Then I'm going to get back to studying. I have a whole bunch more to read in Japanese tonight. Okay, that's it.